Hello to everyone. It's spring, the weather is nice, outside it's sunny, and I have an idea for a new project. Let's create a new piece outside in the garden. I'm going to use my iPad and a small MIDI controller. I have some very interesting music apps on my iPad, which I'm going to use for the project. When a rough arrangement is finished, I'm going to head back to the studio and finish the project in the main computer. Making music outside, I think it could be a very interesting and inspiring experience. Let's see how it goes. Because on the day of the filming, the weather was a little bit changeable, I've decided to make use of the house's many spacious balconies, and I set my minimal equipment there. First, I recorded the environmental sounds with my trusty Roland R-05 field recorder. Then, during the actual music composition process, I played the melodies on a small keyboard, as the iPad touchscreen is not always ideal. As a side note, there are apps that make use of the touchscreen very nicely. I've also used a pair of closed-type over-ear headphones. The first synth I've used here is the ID700. Which is a hybrid FM and wave-shaping software synthesizer based on the voice architecture of the ultra-rare Buchla 700. The synth was released in 1987 and was the next logical step from Don Buchla's previous digital synths, like for example, the Buchla 400 Touché and the Buchla 500. It was using a combination of FM and wave-shaping synthesis. Because of its complexity, it wasn't a huge hit at the time, and as a result, very few were sold and even fewer functioning units exist today. So it's a rare opportunity for me to experiment with its sounds on my iPad. No proper dreamwave ambient piece should lack a good acoustic piano sound with a huge delay and reverb. I'm joking, of course. So here I've used Korg's Module app with a natural grunt, which sounds indeed very good. Who wouldn't want a Synclavier on their iPad? So I've chosen the Synclavier Go for two of my main synth sounds for this piece. The app contains the power of the original Synclavier 2 DSP engine, using much of the original code base. Like the original, which was released in early 1980, its modern reissue has a powerful harmonic, additive and FM synthesis engine. I'll be using this sound with another superb app with the name of StepPolyArp to add some arpeggiated movement. Next, we have Laplace, a physical modeling synthesizer based on resonator synthesis that makes it easy to create bowed string, plucked string, blown pipe and metallic sounds. The actual preset I've used here, some kind of a bell pad, sounds absolutely amazing with the addition of effects. Here we have one more Synclavier preset. The Synclavier app also includes all the original's iconic presets, as used by many famous artists in the 80s. According to Wikipedia, the synth was used by artists such as Laurie Anderson, Genesis, Susan Chani, Depeche Mode, Duran Duran, Michael Jackson, Kraftwerk, Alan Silvestri, Tangerine Dream, and the list goes on and on. Moog Music's own Animoog Z claims to be an inspiring 16-voice polyphonic synthesizer that invites you to explore new concepts of multidimensional sound design and performance. It has a 3-dimensional anisotropic synth engine, which is a type of wavetable synthesis, and it excels at expressive, constantly evolving soundscapes. For the needs of this project though, I'll use a nice and simpler deep bass sound. The rhythmic parts are Ensoniq Mirage samples imported in Hammerhead drum machine, which has excellent generative capabilities. What I mean by that is that it incorporates various techniques to add swing, minimal variations, and glitch to the drum patterns. This controlled randomness can add a lot of interest when used sparingly. For my effects needs, I've used Cubase's own compressor and equalizer, followed by Audio Damage's superb Other Desert Cities delay, and the equally excellent Tone Booster's Reverb. The thick chorus comes from Fred Anton Corvest's app. so that was very nice. I think I'm going to be using my iPad for music more often. It's a totally different experience, and I think it's worth it. More videos on iPad and music are definitely coming. See you on the next one.